Here's the reason why Pokémon XYZ was the end of the canonical timeline of Pokémon, and the rest of the series up till the end of Journey was set in different universes than the canon Ash Ketchum story.
At the end of XYZ, going back to Pokemon Ranger Boy 12's theory, was set into our own way. We went from this Ash, so from all these Ashes, to this Ash. Just a theory. That's right, it's just a theory. A Pokemon. Okay. Universe A, because it's a worship. So Universe A is this Ash. This is the Ash I'm referring to when I say Universe A. So we know here we've got Mirror World, Kalos, and in the movie Pokemon and the Arceus Chronicles, another dimension with Ash, Go, and Dawn. With Ash and Dawn meeting versions of themselves from another dimension or universe. So there are dimensions in both the Mirror World from Kalos and then the Arceus Chronicles dimension from Galar. This is Ash Ketchum, who we follow our journey on. We know this boy didn't go to school. We know this boy wants to become a Pokemon master, be the very best like no one ever was. We could see over the years this is our Ash, and Japan just wanted to make Ash Ketchum's adventures less serious and more lighthearted, because boy was XYZ a trip. I mean, Lysander literally tripped off a building. But then I got thinking, this Ash goes to Alola. He looks younger and acts younger than this Ash. Now you might think that's just a coincidence. This Ash goes to school. This Ash, which is from our Ash A from the canon universe, did not go to school, and we all know that. Don't forget, there's another universe in the movie I Choose You, which Ash does go to school, and that's in the Ash in another universe. But this Ash goes to school, and I know it's a Pokemon school, but it still counts as a school. I believe that this Ash is in an alternate universe. So he is in Universe S, which is Universe School. So we have Universe A, which is Universe Canon. And then we have Universe S, which is Ash goes to school. And then I believe this universe is separate from this universe. When Ash ends a journey, it says to be continued. But the fact that Ash went home and he said, "Hey mom, I'm home," and it said end to our own way. I thought end to our own way all these years meant that the gang is going their own separate way. End to our own way actually meant end to the original canon timeline. So when it said end to our own way and the camera moved up into the stars, so he stops here. Sun and Moon, it's not in our timeline. It's not in the Ash universe. End to Our Own Way started from here and ended here. Oldest, maturest, out of all these other times in his life. Ash that we finished the canon timeline with. This Ash never went to Alola. This Ash never went to Galar. This is our Ash from the canon universe, not the films even. These are our Ashes from Kanto to Kalos is the canon universe. This journey ends for this Ash. Remember his wish to always go on an adventure, or always be on an adventure. So he gets his wish, but because this Ash now has the adventure of growing up, we go to another universe where this Ash goes to school. Every Ash in every universe has a Pikachu and companions and battles, and that is how the adventure never stops.
If you think about it, Ash Ketchum is like Japan's version of Peter Pan. But unlike Disney's Peter Pan, who can't grow up, Ash can choose whether he wants to grow up and move forward, or he wants to stay a kid forever. At the end of XYZ, I believe Ash chooses to take the next step in the next journey into growing up and embracing adulthood, or puberty. I feel the reason that Pokémon never showed Ash Ketchum grown up, or his companions grown up, is because we're all kids at heart, and I feel like Pokémon is trying to spread the message that the real journey is the adventure of life itself. Even if you don't ship Ash and Serena, I feel like you'd still agree on that fact that at the end of XY, he was the most mature we've ever seen him. And that is when he chose himself to grow up. Ash doesn't just say goodbye to his companions at the end of XYZ. He also says goodbye to his child self and gets ready for the next chapter in his life of maturity. As far-fetched as this may sound, I think his Pokemon battles were preparing him for the battles that await him in adulthood. Also in the Galar universe, Ash misses his chance to go to Professor Oak's summer camp. But we know, us viewers from XYZ, we know that Ash meets Serena at Professor Oak's summer camp after the Poliwag runs off. We know from that alone that this is not our Ash. We are not retconning Serena and what happened with Serena, because eventually he does recognize her and say she's a good friend. But that Ash and Serena are different to our canon Ash and Serena. And when I say canon, I mean from the original canon timeline of Ash's journey from Kanto to Kalos and then back to Pallet Town. If you think of the canon timeline this way, he started as a boy in Pallet Town, and he came back home, a boy ready to grow up, after all his journey around the regions. And the thing that really doesn't make sense about Sun and Moon is that when XYZ ends, we don't see Ash go to start his journey to Alola. He's just at Alola coincidentally with the new art style, and I feel like that itself is like a sort of hint that this is another version of Ash that we're gonna see. This is a new version of Ash. Welcome him. The XYZ Ash went his own separate way. I mean, the anime shoehorns in that he's on vacation with his mom, which is kind of nice, but you can see blatantly that this is not the Ash we left off with. This is not the Ash from the canon universe, it's a different Ash. So yeah, that's pretty much my theory anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to it. Just, this is what overthinking does to me. Yeah, please let me know what you think in the comments below. Feel free to add your own interpretations of this theory. I'd love to hear what you guys come up with and what you think about the theory. And yeah, I hope you have an awesome day. See you guys in the next video.